Brodsky from DietGurucom, and with me today is Dr. John Spencer Ellis. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good. I'm in a scarf. You're in a t-shirt. This is the unfair part of winter with you being in California. So it's the new year. John, you have, most people are probably going to recognize you from Real Housewives of Orange County, but you're a renowned fitness expert. You've got your hand in a lot of different things and have for about 20 years. So with your experience and knowledge, what are we doing right so far in the new year with our resolutions, and where do we all go so very wrong?
Well, I'm hoping we're all doing the right things. Boy, that was a blanket statement, wasn't it? I would hope that everyone, at least at this point, pretty early on, that they're still motivated, they're still fired up, and they want to do the right things for the right reasons and keep going. Now, statistically or historically, people kind of fade off around March 15th or so. That's when the health clubs tend to have more room on the cardio equipment on a Monday night.
Yes.
But I think what we have to do is find out why we're motivated and do it for the right reasons. We're motivated externally. I want to look good for my spouse. I'm going on a cruise. There's a reunion, something like that. But the intrinsic motivational factors. I know I'm doing a good job because I feel this way. I'm motivated because I care about myself. Those intrinsic motivators are the things that ultimately will give a greater benefit for a longer period of time, not just in diet and exercise, but in anything we do in life.
Right, absolutely. Well, as all these people are moving back to the gym, obviously, most gyms give at least a few free sessions with a trainer, or people are going out and seeking a new trainer. Now, you're the founder of Nesta, which is one of the personal training certification programs in the country. And we were just talking about how it seems there's a lot of trainers out there these days, but one, consumers don't ask. They don't ask their trainer what their credentials are, and they usually aren't informed enough to even ask the question. And then we've got a lot of trainers who just seem to be popping up because they think they have the knowledge. So what can our readers, what do our readers need to know when they're going to the gym and shopping for a trainer?
Well, there's a few key things. Make sure that your trainer is certified by a nationally accrediting agency, their certification company has a national accreditation. The gold standard is called NCCA. That's just an acronym. That's easy to remember. NCCA. Make sure that it's an accredited personal trainer certification, because there's a lot that aren't as desirable and don't have as many demands of the trainer to pass the necessary hurdles to where they have sufficient knowledge to where they can help you and not hurt you. But I think, that's important. And above and beyond that is don't just do something based on an advertisement, but get feedback and verify testimonials, because unfortunately there are a lot of trainers, dietitians, self-help people that create a bunch of hype, and their testimonials are falsified and highly embellished. So make sure that you have the opportunity to pick up the phone or communicate via email with someone who has actually gone through this program and had their experience, and then meet with the trainer too, because it's education and it is experience and result, but also does your personality mesh with that person? Because if you don't like them, you don't want to listen to them, and you don't respect them, even though they have all this other stuff going on, likely you're not going to stick with it.
That's a great point. You have to have a really good relationship with them, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you worked on Real Housewives of Orange County, and everybody, always kind of wants to follow what the celebrities are doing. So what are some of the things that you worked with the Real Housewives that people can kind of adopt at home and do themselves to, try to get figures that are that impressive?
Well, I think what's important is that you keep the intensity high. How people can do it in their area is the Adventure Boot Camp is the boot camp that I founded, and now there's locations all over the country and around the world as well. So if you have an Adventure Boot Camp near you, do that, because those instructors have gone through rigorous training, and we hold very high standards for them. If you don't have access to that, the types of things that we're doing are high intensity, short rest cycles, and doing as many full body types of exercises as possible, because it saves more time, more muscles are involved, so it's more of a natural movement, a functional movement of things you'll actually do throughout your day. And because of that metabolic demand, you're going to burn more calories. Just be careful, don't overdo it, and always seek advice no matter what you do.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you mentioned HIIT training, essentially, the
Yes.
high-intensity interval training, really popular right now. And I love it because you can get a much better workout in far less time, which
Yes.
in a world where we're always trying to get more for less, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's always quality over quantity. And, sometimes a half-hour workout, 45-minute workout can be far more effective than an hour. I mean, if you're walking on the treadmill and you can carry on a conversation with the person next to you while you're watching the news, you're not doing yourself a whole lot of good.
No, there's not much happening. Well, you just this past week launched DietGurucom, your new site. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and the service that it's offering?
DietGurucom is really, really cool. I partnered with a buddy of mine who actually was a NASA scientist, and he did some of the robotic technology was originally for NASA. And so when he left NASA, he reconfigured the stuff, did the necessary things to make it all proprietary. We partnered to develop this, and essentially it's an online customized meal planner, and it gives you a report card. So you start out with all Fs. Now, no one wants all Fs, so your goal is to get all As. So based on your parameters, your height, weight, gender, goals, workout intensity, frequency, all the different things that you put in there, food allergies, preferences, if you're vegan, vegetarian, all the different things. You put all that in there, you start out with Fs based on the caloric recommendations. You start adding things to each meal, and you go from an F to a D to a C to a B into an A. And so your goal is to get an A on all your meals throughout the day, staying within the parameters that Diet Guru has set for you. And then you can print it out, you can share it with your friends if you want to. It's very, very user-friendly and crazy affordable. It's under $10.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Perfect. All right. Well, John, thanks for some great advice to help us kick off the new year. And we wish a happy new year to you as well. And good luck with Diet Guru.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for DietSandReview.com. This is Brandy Koski.